You know, you don't think, now that I got to this part, this is I can't even think of the name of it. This is the jewelry box that my dad gave me for Christmas. At this time, he was really sick, and he said, I can't afford to do much, but I want to give you this because he knew I love watches. This jewelry box is full of watches. And they remind me that we don't have time to hold on to things that are in the past. And that's why I want to go forward to my healing. My dad's gift is reminding me that we don't ask for bad things to happen in life, but they do happen in life. It's hard. Nobody wakes up one day and expects to hear, hey, your dad is dying. It doesn't just happen like that. It happens all of a sudden, and then your world is turned upside down, and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to talk to. Seems like family gets divided right time someone gets sick, so you're left just trying to cope by yourself. And I think that was part of my biggest struggle, was that the family couldn't come together, couldn't understand one another's needs and thoughts, so therefore we grew apart. We still speak, but we're not as close as we used to be, and that's a hurting feeling. And I know that I was one who used to keep the family together all the time, because that's how my daddy taught me. When I had the money, I could have the big cookouts and family get-togethers every weekend. But then, like I said, when my health failed and my job left and my money got funny, so did my family. So I'm like now sitting here realizing that a lot of my anger is just coming from family not being able to be together like we used to. And somehow I feel responsible for that. I feel responsible for it because I'm the one who everybody always looked to get everybody together. But then my health failed. I couldn't do it. I wasn't mentally stable. So now I see what's holding me back. It's amazing how when you start moving around and clearing out stuff, the more stuff you clear out, the more clear you can see. I have been blaming myself all this time because we wasn't getting together. The family wasn't getting together anymore. We always had dinners together, Sunday dinners. We always had cookouts like every weekend, maybe twice a week sometimes. We always had parties, good parties, where we just laughed at one another. And now it's like everybody is scattered in their own world. So I think that God had his reason for setting me down and not allowing my car to work right. Because if I had left today, I wouldn't have even realized that this was part of a problem that I have. And it is part of a problem that I have, is that family can't just come together without manipulating or trying to use one another. And I have that problem. So now that I know what it is, I got to still work on it and work through it. I've still got to find a way to work through this thing. And coming in here seeing my daddy's watch and the watches he got me over the years, it just reminded me that it's the time that I am worried about. It's the time that I have been really focusing on and really missing that good feel-good moment with family. I've been missing that. And so that's part of the reason why I've been feeling so bad. And maybe now I can go forward, because now I'm looking at it like, everybody is grown. It's not my fault. It's not my fault what happened. My dad passed. He was sick. He was older. He had different conditions, and it wasn't my fault that he passed. It was just his time to go. Wow. It was just his time to go. And that's how I got to look at it. Rather than to continue to beat myself up, I have now another piece to my healing. And you know what? Let me write this down. I had to stop. Let me write this down, y'all, because let me drink some water too. I know what I have to do. I have to forgive myself. See, we can forgive ourselves in certain areas, but then there's areas that we don't know nothing about. We don't even know that we don't like ourselves because of it. And for a long time, I didn't like myself because of it. But now I can forgive myself now that I know, and I'm looking at these watches and they're reminding me that time is short. You're not going to get a notice of your death. No man knows. So you're not going to get a notice, and you just have to live each day to the fullest. God, to the fullest. You have to live each day to the fullest. And I'm writing that down. These are the things that I need to work on. This room helped me to see so much. So much that I did not realize that I was dealing with. I knew I couldn't eat, and I couldn't tell people that I couldn't eat because I still had a broken heart. But maybe my heart isn't broken for my dad. My heart is broken out of compassion and love for my family. Because they don't see, like I see, how important it is to love one another while you're here. And I think that's exactly part of the reason I can't eat. I never told anybody, but I lost a lot of weight, not only because my funds got low or that I was exercising, but a lot of it came from brokenness. It came from being broken. During the time when my dad passed, I realized that everybody divided, and I felt like when I stepped back that I was the reason why everybody fell apart. But I'm not. God is showing me today that it was good that I stepped back, because that showed me who everybody was. It showed me myself as well, how I was doing too much. I was doing too much. I stayed with my dad 2 or 3 months in the hospital until his death. I didn't get any sleep. I had black eyes. I'm not no dark-skinned person, but by the time I was done, I had a black eye. Both my eyes were black from lack of oxygen and sleep, and my mind was confused, and I went crazy. I mean, literally, I went crazy. I was so depressed. I had a nervous breakdown. So now I know that this is out. From this point on, I forgive myself for stepping back and allowing my family to be just who they are. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for that. And like I said, if I had not been digging, looking for answers, I wouldn't have never known that I was still holding on to animosity and bitterness and madness about what happened 4 years ago. I don't want to go another year like that. I don't want to go this year like that. So I do forgive myself. Y'all, my plus size grandma though, drastic life. You never know what life is going to give you. But if you start digging, you'll find something. And it's not always what you want.